Okay. So firstly, let's start with the Namo Tassa. นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะ Okay, so today is that day at that time. So to guide the Anabana meditation practice, especially for not retreat, for your daily practice. So we are busy with our respected duties. So at that time, so physically, mentally, so we can be tired of. So at that time, how to take rest? But for our body, so we can lie down on the bed. But for our mind, how to take rest? So if we know how to practice the Anabana meditation, so while lying down in the bed, just focusing on our breath peacefully or comfortably, easily, releasingly. So at that time, maybe so to take rest. So even our body, for our body, so it may take a half an hour or 1 hour, but together with such a anabana meditation practice, if we take a rest, so bodily also lying down, mind also just focusing on our breath. So at that time, maybe within 10 minutes, so we feel comfortable, or maybe we already restore our energy, so we feel like that. So we can find our releasedness or maybe our strength again also. So that is why, for daily also, this meditation practice is, a bit important. And then, so by doing in this way, or maybe so for your daily practice, not just for the taking a rest, regular practice in the morning or maybe at night time, also we can do. So because in the meditation retreat, so especially samatha meditation retreats or vipassana meditation retreat also, maybe 7 days continuously, 14 days continuously, 1 month continuously like that. So at that time, according to their schedule or timetable, we need to follow. So if we don't have any experience for our body or for our mind, at the time, for us, quite difficult to follow their schedule or their timetable. So because of that also, daily, so we should practice ourselves for our mind and also for our body and then for our strength also. If we are not strong enough to follow schedule at the time, we can become weak and we need to quit like that. So that is why, such a daily practice are also a bit important for our, later meditation. So long-term course also. And then another result, if we do like this, so we can have. So that is, even though, daily, we can give 10 minutes or maybe 15 minutes, maybe half an hour as much as we can, up to our convenient time. But so don't think, oh, it is later time. Time is a few, time is short. Don't think about as much as you can. You can give or you can set your time for daily practice. That 10 minutes today, 10 minutes, tomorrow, 10 minutes, the day after tomorrow, 10 minutes, 1 week, 10 minutes, 1 month, 10 minutes. We may think these 10 minutes are separately, but so if we practice 10 minutes for daily, 10 minutes daily, but for 1 month, for 2 months, for 1 year, like that. So later when we have chance to go or to enter the meditation retreat. So like the 7-day course or 14-day course or like that. At the time you can find amazingly, oh, at the very beginning I can do now. It is, for easy for me something in this you can find. So because of that also, so we should do daily practice. Okay. So the first purpose of daily practice is to give our mind rest. So like giving our body rest, lying down on the bed. So because, nature of our mind is knowing the object. But we daily, so make our mind to know everything we want. So this one, that one, the other one like this. So in this way, our mind all the time busy. So become tired. But so at the time to take or to give our time, our mind rest, just making our mind to know only the one object. That is meditation. Okay. So now, so basic guidance for our practice. Firstly, our body. So if we can, so we should sit for crossing leg. By crossing leg, we should sit. So because all meditation retreat also they follow that way. So that is why. And also the Buddha also guides Balangan Abujetawa. So in this way. But when crossing legs, we need to consider. So some people like it, holding closely tighten, being cross-leg or putting one after another in this way in some practice. That is just their practice. But for Anabana meditation practice, so if you can do like that also, okay, no problem. But if you can't, so because meditation, Anabana meditation practice, a bit important to sit for a long time. Sitting for a long time is a bit important. So that is why, to sit for a long time, so we should not put our leg so one on the other. So instead of putting one on the other, so one is inside, the other is outside. So don't put it on each other. Don't pause in on each other. So even though at the very beginning, so we can do, so putting on one another, but after that, so maybe 10 minutes or half an hour at the time, we feel the above leg is heaviness. Heaviness of above leg on the lower one. So we find that at the time we cannot sit for a long time or 10 minutes or 30 minutes like that. So that is why cross leg. So sitting cross leg. And then, so ujongkaya banidaya. So our body should be, straight up. But that one, at that time also, we need to take care, not too much straight. So to be straight up, so our body is, strongly or tightly keeping up. So at that time, you may feel in your body, tension, hardness on your back, or tension on your shoulder or something in this way. Okay, release again. Not bending forward is enough. Not to bend forward. So we straight up our body. Because of, stretch out our body, somebody, so someone can bend a little bit, someone can, can be straight up a bit. So based on, their respective body structure can be different. So that is, and don't compare with the other also. Oh, he is straight up. I also should do like this. Not like that. Up to your body structure. So that is why you're sitting cross-legged, being straight up your body at that time. So in our body should not be any tension, harness, or any tension should not be, even close, or even in your face, or in your body, in your hand, any, tension, if you find, okay, trying to release that. So change it. So your body, moving your body to be released, to be loosened. Okay. So at that time, so we can sit, comfortably. Okay, so that is preparation for our body. And then, so to know the breath. So, our breath is going in and out through the nose. That is fine. So the mind should be kept in that area, in front of the nose and above lips, upper lips, but not on the touching or so closing, touching to the nose or touching to our upper lips, not like that. Only around area in somewhere is okay. Somewhere is okay. Just to know our breath. So to know the breath. And then at that time, so at the very beginning, don't try to know the breath. So if we try to know breath, so at that time, so our breath will become controlled by our mind. So to breathe in, to breathe out, to breathe in, to breathe out, like that. So as a result of that, so sometimes, so hardness in our chest, so we can't breathe, or we feel tired, such a feeling we can find. And also after that, our nose become bigger, bigger, and our lips also become harder, harder. So such a feeling also we can find. That is because of holding our breath. So that is the breath should be naturally in and out. Now I'm saying you are listening to me, and that also you don't focus on your mouth, on your breath. So, but you are breathing in and out naturally. Okay. So that is why, so when, practicing the Anabana meditation, our breath also should be natural, should be in nature. So to know the natural breath, firstly, just to keep our mind in front of our nose. Maybe this between area, nostril and the tips on nose and the upper lips, between that area. Okay, maybe somewhere is okay, not exactly. Just keeping our mind in that area. So just keep it. So at that time, you find your mind, oh, my mind is thinking the morning activity, or maybe night activity I will plan to do, or tomorrow activity, or yesterday I have done, or something in this way. Thinking about your activity, thinking about your friend, or thinking about your family members, or something like that. So we may know that, oh, at that time, no, I don't think. I should not think. So just come keep knowing in this area, knowing this area, just keeping in that area our mind. Okay, try to keep the mind, trying to keep our mind only in this area. So at the time, so yesterday, I think then also, asked the question. So at the time, even though can keep the mind in this area, but could not know the breath because so nose is, stuck or closed, cannot breathe in and out. That is because of, our tension in mind, mental tension. So when we feel like that, so the only one we should do is keeping the mind in this area, just that. Maybe at that time, so we try to know our breath, we try to know the breath. So because of that, want to know, because of that desire, automatically we control our mind, especially automatically we control our breath. So not to control that. So at that time, if we can keep our mind in that area, one thing we can do is just chanting. Chanting also not like a metta sutta, not all Buddha guna, only the when Buddha gonna like the keeping the mind at the time, not knowing yet the bread. So maybe arahant. So not from mouth, just in mind, just okay, my mind is in this area. After that, not knowing the breath is okay. Just arahant, arahant. Slowly. Arahant, arahant, arahant. Something like that. Arahant. Maybe, so that one also maybe 10 times or 20 times or 50 times. It's okay. At the time, you find. So you also chanting in your mind, arahant, arahant, arahant. And also immediately, you can find your breath. You can find your breath. Okay. So at the time, okay, oh, knowing my breath, don't change directly. Just arahant, 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 slowly, slowly. Okay, just chanting. So maybe partly, partially knowing the breath, partially chanting. Later, and then, oh, so maybe they are also matching. But knowing the bread and chanting, knowing the bread, chanting. Okay, after some time, oh, so my bread is now too obvious to know. Okay, now I will know, but knowing bread. Okay, just bread, bread. Changing, just bread. So knowing. So at that time, for the one who can know his bread also, so doing in this way, he can find himself. He can know his bread obviously. Okay. So, and then longer, lastly, you can find. So, uh, okay, far away. So now, we will start the 20 minutes practice. Okay, now if you are ready, let's start 20 minutes meditation practice. No, 20 minutes only. So now, who will be the first? Share it. Experience. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes it's wandering and then I come back to my mind. That sounds very
Yeah. So we are just practicing. So that is fine. Okay.
Dạ, cái tiếng của Sayadaw bị mute chị ạ.
Dear Sayadaw. Dear Sayadaw.
So no problem actually. So based on the
You open your mic. Tự nhiên cái này. Cái sao?
So that is why we practicing. So based on our practice, so we can find our progress. Maybe 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Even for meditator, so who focus or who dedicate the whole day life to meditate. That one also, to be composed or to be concentrated his mind. So it take maybe at least 1 month or more, or maybe even though some meditator for 1 year, 2 years, and they meditate, but they cannot. So in this also, but rarely. So now we know our mind. Knowing my mind is going here and there, wandering, they come back, keep it. My responsibility is to know our mind, to make our mind knowing the breath. So just, focus on that responsibility. Okay, later we become more and more okay.
When I was wonder, I remember your voice. I whisper,
Okay. So that chanting Arahant also only at the very beginning we should do. Not every time our mind wandering, okay, Arahant. So we should not do. That is changing meditation object. So only at the very beginning we do the Arahant, we chant the Arahant. So in our mind. Okay, after that, maybe we know breath, our mind know breath. Okay, it's okay. And then, so mind going away, thinking about object, thinking the other. At that time, we know, oh, my mind is thinking, stop thinking, come here again. Just keep it in this area, not chant again. Only at the very beginning, one start sitting, so we should chant. And then while chanting also, actually, we should not do quickly chanting even mentally. So maybe better, it will be better. So if you maybe Arahant, so with the meaning, for example, Arahant or the Buddha, who already eradicate all defilements with the Arhata Metta, or maybe the other meaning of Arahant or the Buddha, so who is ever far away from the all defilements. In this with the meaning. So thinking, so chanting that Arahant with the meaning. So slowly just keeping the mind also keep in this area and then chanting in this way. So later you can find your mind automatically knowing the breath. So at the time, stronger and stronger. No, obviously, mind knowing the breath. Oh, okay, so no breath in this way change. So later become okay. Okay. Okay, and then next. Yeah.
Dear Sayadaw, today my concentration is not as good as yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I feel that my mind go away. They want to know where the breath come from. For example, sometimes I feel my chest moving like up and down, in or out, and sometimes my abdomen, like my belly, up and down. Yeah. So at that time, I consider that is it correct when my abdomen moving up and down, or is it correct when my chest moving up and down? So I consider it.
Okay.
Yeah, that is that is one point, and another point is yesterday, my body is not stable. I feel painful on my left leg, and today I have improvement. So I changed the position of my leg. For example, my my right leg outside and my left leg inside. So I feel no painful anymore.
Yeah.
That's my improvement.
Yeah.
So, dear Sayadaw, could you please advise me? Should I will consider the breath from the chest or the breath from the abdomen? Which one is correct? Or we just ignore it? We don't need to notice it.
Just try to ignore, because our main meditation object is here breath. So even though we will know that not only the rising and falling of abdomen, sometimes on my shoulder, so shaking of the muscle, or maybe heartbeat, maybe in the head itching. So everywhere happening, every day happening in your body later, so you will notice. But don't go there. Just so when your mind know that, okay, oh, my mind is knowing the other one. Actually, my responsibility is just my mind to know the breath. So okay,
Yeah.
keep it in this area. So
Yes.
they try to do. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, understand. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, so I understand.
Yeah.
Dear Sajida,
Yeah.
tonight, after I don't focus on the meditation,
Mm-hmm.
I feel cold. But when I sit in like that, it's no problem.
Mm-hmm.
But when I release my body, I feel
Mm-hmm.
cold. At the moment, I feel cold.
Mm.
But yes, before I don't feel that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe sometimes such a cold feeling, sometimes such a warming feeling also. Because in our body, our element also, the water element also, and the fire element. Fire element also cold and heat. So sometimes such a coldness, sometimes heatness, you will notice. It's
Yeah.
okay. But so just going back to know the breath.
Yes.
Yeah, that is okay. The only going whatever we know, maybe no. So because the function of our mind also all the time trying to know. But
Yeah.
so we arrange, the mind to know only the breath. That is meditation, right? Anabana meditation. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that means knowing the other mean not knowing the breath. So that is
No.
try to keep to
I,
know the breath.
yeah. I just I mean that after I release my
Mm,
body, I don't know what it was the term for the when you practice medicine and after 20 minutes you release the body.
mm.
Yes. After I release, I feel cold.
Ah,
Not in my time for meditation, not at
ah,
that time.
ah,
Yeah, but
okay,
after.
okay.
But when I say it's okay, it's warm, it's no problem, no fault or no
Mm, 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 mm.
when I release.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe so that one also result of the development of your concentration level also. Sometimes such a feeling of coolness, maybe. One of my teachers were also I remember. Even though in so winter outside too cold, so at the meditate. At the very beginning, so he wear so warming coat, but so after maybe half an hour, okay, need to dress out that coat because sweaty, warming in this way, but sometimes cooling also, even in the summer season or outside, but meditating, while meditating, feeling cool. So such a also maybe that is the result of meditation also because of concentration, calmness, peaceness, and also making balance in, element in our body
Yeah.
become element. So at the very beginning also, I already explained. So breath is made of our mind. If our mind is become stable, or the breath also becomes stable, and so maybe our mind becomes stable at the time, the associated Jaitasika like the Kaya Lahuda, Kaya Muruda, Jeta Muruda also arise in our mind. And they produce such a subtle matter like the Rubasa Lahuda, Rubasa Muruda, lightness of matter, softness of matter, fineness of matter, and so on. So maybe because of that, we feel such a good feeling actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And Sajida,
Yeah.
sometimes I can feel. I don't know if I imagined or not, but I feel that my mind ready to run,
Mm.
ready not run, but ready. So I snap it.
Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I don't know. I have imagine from it or not, but I feel sometimes I feel, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's run. I when it run to the object, I know that, but when it start, I don't know. But sometimes I feel it's ready, ready to run.
Of course,
Được
that
rồi.
one also, so later, even, your mind, you will maybe someday happen you don't like to you.
Yeah,
So at the time, you will get angry.
yeah,
But when you meditate in this way, later, oh, my mind now so almost get angry. Okay, I won't get angry. So in this such a feeling you will have. So here, that means that is concentration actually.
yeah,
You become, your mind become concentrated slowly and slowly, regularly. So because of that, so sometimes after going away, after knowing the other object, we know, oh, my mind is thinking. But sometimes, and my mind will think, will go other. Okay, don't go. Yeah, in this also occasionally will be.
yes,
And then now slowly, slowly, even they, oh, so now ready to go out. Also, don't go in this, and then don't go, and then stay only in this area. See, this is what become. Okay. Oh, great, actually.
yeah,
So we wonder, Sarah, that how Sister Ariyananda can branch the mind
Mm-hmm.
when the mind is ready to run away. So
Uh,
how did you do? What
no,
did
no,
you
no,
do
nothing
to
to do.
branch?
Nothing to do. So that is power of the concentration. So if you find yourself also, oh, maybe, oh, my mind, even though the mind is so, partly happening, arising and ceasing, at the time, because of, concentration, you can notice yourself.
So we would like to ask for Ariyananda sister share, because we would like her to listen from Sarah that the way she did to grasp the mind, to hold it back, not going outside, not going to another task, whether the way she's doing like that is correct or not, or need to have any adjustment. That is what we try to get that point.
Okay.
Chị Tâm chia sẻ thử cái lúc mà tâm của chị Tâm chuẩn bị nó phóng đi á, chị Tâm có cái cảm nhận như vậy á, rồi chị Tâm
à,
Tâm sẽ nắm giữ nó lại á, thì cái cách chị Tâm làm như thế nào để có gì Ngài sẽ
tại
thêm.
vì cái này nó sẽ, tức là cái sự cảm nhận mà nãy là em nói là sometimes em thấy nó rất là rõ.
Dạ.
Tức là khi mà nó chuẩn bị đi á, nó có cái dấu hiệu, nó có cái dấu hiệu rời object.
Ừ.
Chẳng hạn như lúc đó là Tâm đang để nó như thế này nha, Tâm đang còn cố gắng nó ở cái khu vực trước trước Tâm đó, tức là Tâm thường là Tâm dùng cái để mà tức là có những cái methods nãy sư nói về cái Arahant với Buddha, đó cũng cái một cái method để cho mình giữ cái đối tượng ở gần mình đó, cái tâm gần mình đó. Thì tức là có những lúc á, Tâm không có cảm nhận được đâu, nó đi ra đối với object rồi nó lăn lộn ở ngoài rồi Tâm mới biết, Tâm mới kéo nó về. Nhưng mà có những lúc nó chuẩn bị đi á, nó chuẩn bị là nó có cái dấu hiệu, nó có cái dấu hiệu, à nó có cái dấu hiệu là nó rời cái object đó, nó đi. Thì là em cảm nhận được cái đó. Thì em tại em hỏi sư là em không biết là cái đó là do em tưởng tượng hay là không, nhưng mà em cảm thấy em feel nó khá rõ.
Dạ.
Sometimes trong những cái lúc mà những cái giờ mình ngồi á,
Dạ.
thì mình thấy cái đó. Nhưng mà thông thường thì là nó sẽ, cái đó là chỉ đôi khi thôi nha, chứ không phải là luôn luôn đâu chị.
Dạ.
Luôn luôn là always là often đó, là ảnh đi lung tung vậy đó. Nhưng mà chỉ có một số lúc mình thấy nó chuẩn bị chạy. Thì
Rồi lúc đó chị Tâm làm sao? Cái
khi
lúc
mình
mà mình cảm nhận
khi mà
nó
mình
chuẩn bị đi, mình chị
cảm
Tâm
nhận được thì là nó rất là dễ dàng, tại vì khi mà mình nhìn thấy nó chuẩn bị chạy mà, thì lúc đó là nó sẽ ở lại cái object của mình được luôn. Tại vì khi đó là mình rất là, tức là sang những lúc đó mình nhạy bén chị Hà, thì cái đó đơn giản, tại vì mình biết nó chuẩn bị đi mà, cho nên mình giữ nó lại rất là đơn giản.
thì chị
Nó
Tâm
chỉ
giữ lại bằng cách nào? Lúc đó chị Tâm giữ lại bằng cách nào?
khi mà phát hiện ra một cái là tự tự nó giữ lại trên cái đối tượng đó thôi. Nó chuẩn bị chạy rồi thì mình lại trên cái đối tượng đó thôi chị.
Lúc đó chị Tâm có nói với lại cái tâm của mình là phải ở lại trên hơi thở hay là gì không?
Có một cái tác ý. Tại vì là khi đó mình nhận ra là ảnh chuẩn bị chạy rồi đó.
Dạ.
À,
Cái lúc
nhưng
đó
mà cái
tác
đó
ý chị Tâm như thế nào ạ?
Không, chỉ
Rồi
bình
Hà
thường thôi
muốn
chị.
là để Ngài tư vấn cho chị Tâm chia sẻ thêm là cái tác ý đó như vậy nó đúng hay không á, hoặc là sẽ nên làm như thế nào trong tình huống đó đó.
Tại vì cái này là em hiểu rằng là tại cái thời điểm mà em có thể nhận ra nó chuẩn bị chạy á,
Dạ.
là em có cái sự tập trung.
À.
Em có cái đó, nhưng mà nó rất là ít chị, nó
Ừ.
chỉ được một chút xíu thôi. Nó chuẩn bị chạy, không phải là luôn luôn.
Ừ.
Cái mà nếu như mình nếu như mà nó luôn luôn mà biết nó mà cứ chuẩn bị chạy, mình cứ giữ giữ nó lại thì nó đã mình đã có cái sự tiến bộ rồi.
Ừ.
Nhưng mà nó chỉ là đôi lúc thôi, còn thường thì nó sẽ chạy. Khi mà nó chạy đi văng ra đối tượng khác, rồi nó ở trên các đối tượng khác rồi này nọ, trong 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 cái dòng tâm của mình á, thì khi đó là mình khi mà mình phát hiện ra, mình kéo nó là nó đã đi xa rồi.
Ừ.
Nó đi đến, tức là đi về Somerset, nó đi về Hồ Chí Minh, nó đi lung tung, đi sang Mỹ hết rồi.
Ừ.
Tức là ý em nói, tức là trong cái lộ trình của mình là như vậy đó. Thì khi nó đi, khi mà mình phát hiện ra thì mình kéo nó về, đúng không? Thì
Ừ.
nó là trễ rồi. Nhưng
Ừ.
mà đây là khi mà nó chuẩn bị chạy á.
Ừ.
Thì tức là sao ta, cái đó thì tại vì do là bữa giờ cái chia sẻ với sư, thì em cứ chia sẻ với sư những cái, và giống như có những cái mà trong cái quá trình mình hành thiền á,
Dạ.
chẳng hạn như nãy là chẳng hạn như là tâm xả thiền một cái đi,
Ừ.
thì tự nhiên là cảm thấy là bị lạnh.
Ừ.
Tức là mình cảm thấy là tự nhiên là cơ thể mình nó bị khâu đó. Tức là trong lúc mà nếu như mình ngồi mà mình hành thiền, mình có sự tập trung á, thì nó giống như nãy sư nói về cái sự cân bằng của các yếu tố đó. Cái bốn cái yếu tố tố gì trong cơ thể mình, hay là cái gì gì đó, thì khi đó thì mình không có bị, tức là sao ta, cái ảnh hưởng thời tiết nóng lạnh thì nó không có bị ảnh hưởng gì mình hết á. Nhưng khi mà mình xả ra một cái á, thì cơ thể mình tự nhiên cảm thấy là tự nhiên là bị lạnh.
Ừ.
Dạ.
Ok chị Tâm.
Tức là
Tốt
sao ta,
ta.
tại vì em nghĩ là cái này chắc là mọi người đều, tức là mỗi người có một cái trong cái hành thiền, thì mỗi người sẽ có những cái rào cản và có những cái trở ngại riêng
Dạ đúng rồi. Ừ.
mỗi người á.
Ừ.
Cho nên là thì em có thấy trong một cái nhiều khi mình ngồi thì nó có những cái như vậy, nhưng mà
Dạ.
đa phần thì nó là rời đối tượng,
Ừ.
đa phần.
Dạ.
Và thật sự là khi nó rời thì mình không có biết, đến khi nó đi ra ngoài rồi mình mới biết, mình mới kéo nó về.
Ừ.
Thì em là bị như vậy.
Dạ. Ừ.
Dạ.
Rồi. Khi nó đi chị Tâm nhận diện thế để cho nó ở lại là tốt rồi đó. Tốt.
Không,
Ừ.
nhưng mà chỉ đôi lúc thôi chị ạ, chứ không có phải là được luôn luôn.
Ừ.
Thì em nghĩ là nếu như mình mà bây giờ, nếu như mà giữ cái tâm lý giống như sáng nay Hà chia sẻ đó, dừng
Dạ.
ở một cái trạng thái, tức là mình không có control nó, không, mình không ép đặt nó nữa, mình cứ ngồi nhìn thôi, cứ cố gắng ngồi nhìn nó thôi á. Thì em nghĩ chắc là sẽ từ từ nó sẽ đỡ hơn, nó sẽ đỡ bớt chạy đi á chị.
Dạ. Dạ.
Dạ, tại vì hồi trước là em, thực tế ra thì bây giờ em mới quay lại thôi, còn trước đây là em cũng cảm thấy là em không có sự tiến bộ, cho nên là em bỏ. Em chỉ ngồi là em ngồi thư giãn cơ thể thôi, chứ em không có gì hết trơn á. Thì trước đây cái vấn đề mà khi mà em mà contrast cái cơ thể của em như vậy, thì cũng có một lần em cũng chia sẻ luôn. Tại vì có một lần em được đi chung với Quỳnh Anh á, thì có một cái vị thiền sư, thì nó cũng có thể là, tức là nói rằng là, tức là trước khi em hành thiền á, thì thường là em em làm phận sự, rồi em tức là em tụng kinh rồi này nọ, thì tức là khoảng tầm 30 đến 45 phút sau đó em mới hành thiền. Thì ngài nói là có thể là do cái cơ thể của em, tức là nó, từ vì cái tư thế khi mà mình làm phận sự thì mình quỳ đó,
Ừ.
thì có thể sau đó mình ngồi tiếp tục như vậy nữa, thì nó làm cho cơ thể của mình nó căng cứng, tại vì cái thời gian nó quá dài. Thì ngài có chia sẻ với em là tốt nhất là em nên đứng dậy, rồi tức là em nghỉ, tức là sau khi mình làm phận sự xong á, thì mình đứng dậy, mình đi lại,
Ừ.
mình đi lui tới, để cho cái cơ thể mình nó thư giãn, rồi mình hãy hành thiền để mình không có bị sự căng cứng nén đó nữa.
Ừ.
Thì sau đó em cũng làm như vậy, nhưng mà khi mà nó vẫn tiếp tục xảy ra, là em biết là không phải là do cơ thể của em là bị ngồi quá lâu,
Ừ.
mà em đang dùng cái tâm của em để em điều khiển nó.
Ừ.
Em điều khiển nó để cho nó nhất về một 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 điểm thôi, để coi là, để tức là mình nhìn thấy nó, tức là cái thời gian nhiều khi mình ngồi á, cảm thấy mình không có cái sự tiến bộ, rồi mình cứ đến đó một cái là mình xả, rồi mình lại bắt đầu lại từ đầu.
Dạ.
Thì mình không có, tức là mình thấy ngày này sang ngày kia nó cứ lặp đi lặp lại vậy đó.
Dạ.
Thì tự nhiên đợt này lại có đủ nhân duyên, lại bắt đầu quay lại để hành thiền, cho nên đợt này thì em lại bắt đầu lại, thì bắt đầu để tập trung lại cái đề mục, lại hơi thở. Chứ còn trước, thực tế ra thì bây giờ bắt đầu mới tập lại á chị.
Dạ. Dạ.
Dạ. tức là trước đây thì Tâm đã có như rồi, nhưng mà không có cái vị thiền sư để hướng dẫn, với lại mình cũng không có hiểu biết á, mình không
Yeah.
có biết gì hết á, cho nên là nó bị bế tắc,
Mm.
nó không có cái sự tiến bộ gì hết. Cho nên sau đó thì khi mà học pháp thì Tâm mới hiểu được tại cái này mình cần phải học, mình học phải hiểu cái đã, rồi mình bắt đầu, rồi mình mới mới hẳn hành.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bây giờ tại vì cũng sẵn là cũng chia sẻ luôn, tại vì Hà hỏi thì cũng chia sẻ, tại vì những bạn đây là cũng những bạn học pháp, cũng Tâm cũng thân quen hết á, cho nên cũng nói chuyện cũng khá cởi mở thôi.
Yeah.
Dạ.
Yeah.
Dạ.
So the way that Ariyananda will do that she acknowledged that the mind is going to run to another object, that she tried to concentrate. At that moment, she tried to concentrate on the breath in and out. So it's still be there. It's not going anymore. That's the right way, Sarah.
Okay.
And we have one more question, Sarah, relating to the Techo Dhatu, that she feel hot during the time of doing meditations. One, and a little bit later, after stopping with meditations, it's feel cold. So we think that is that because of during doing the meditations that with the chitta is arising, and it's also produced with the chitta charupa. And is that the Techo Dhatu in the chitta charupa? It's have more, or how to say it, is the outstanding of this element of Techo among the four Mahaputta. And then after the meditations, when it's released, the Techo Dhatu is also reduced. So that's why she can feel less warm. Is that have the link about the chitta during the meditations together with the chitta charupa? Yes.
Actually, so when we focus on the our breath, so breath is two. One is in and out.
Yeah.
So the in and out, maybe even though we don't analyze, so sometimes based on our how to say the situation, sometimes we focus on the just out in breath. So in breath is coming from out. So that is so maybe open air condition, so maybe more cool.
Mm-hmm.
Only that one is obvious to the meditator. Mm-hmm. So we at that time, even though we try to know the breath, but with the perception, breath is cool, unintentionally, maybe because of that such a coolness also.
But here is this for one side.
Yeah, one at that time also maybe out, breath out. Are also coming from out, also from our body.
Yeah.
So the body, the breath out breath also one mean. So knowing that, or and intentionally noticing that, oneness and such a feeling also can happen.
So it just the intentions to acknowledge for the out.
Yeah.
That's why that we can have the feeling of one.
Yeah.
But in fact, that our body is also the same. So now it's not we feel that.
Yeah, the same. So that is why, our mind is mind for the Jeta. Jeta has two meanings. One is just knowing the object. The other one, the Jeta, is connected with the Jetara. Many amazing things can create image. So because of that. So that is why in the our text, like the Visuddhimagga also, the commentator Venerable Taposa remind that. So don't focus on the such a nature, just breath. So because our main purpose is the breath. So later, so if we focus on the such a warmness or coldness instead of breath, such a dijota to he find. So Anapana meditation to the dijota to kasina changing. But at that time, how to say, even though in this way changing, that dijota to kasina also not susceptible to the meditator. Anapana also not susceptible to meditate because he or she, the meditator, have not learned, or the meditation teacher also does not give guide how to, practice the Jotadu element in this way. Yeah, that is just, even though, we can notice warmness or cold or breath. That is at that moment, the only way we should do is also just breath. So it's okay. Yeah. Yes.
I have to leave now.
Oh.
My case counseling. So but I would like to thank because I remember you saying that whether we should not think that whether it's long or it's short, we just should continue to do that because normally I will consider, it's too short to meditate, so I will not get the PT I want. So we pass into the next section.
Yeah.
So today I feel very pity. So I think that's why you advise us to sit in a solitude place. This is because here Dhamma place, sacred place with a lot of Kalamita friends. So I feel very pity and very easy to concentrate.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sáng mai em dịch cho, sáng mai em lên.
Ok, trên tốt thế nè.
Chưa có ăn lên sáng.
Trên online có bạn Thanh với lại Phương Trần. Thanh với Phương Trần có chia sẻ không ạ?
Dạ chị, hôm nay em trễ á, em mới vô.
Ok em.
Yamaka của mình.
Yamaka, đúng rồi, bạn Yamaka. Thanh ơi, em có chia sẻ được không hả Thanh ơi? Có tiện không em?
Đi đâu?
Alo, dạ em nghe ạ.
Em có chia sẻ cái phần mà khi em thực hành thiền như thế nào không? Để có gì Ngài sẽ hướng dẫn thêm cho em đó.
Ý là em thiền theo Mahasi là chính.
Em cứ chia sẻ đi, không sao hết.
Dạ, nhưng mà Ngài dạy hơi thở nên em không biết chia sẻ sao.
Em cứ chia sẻ thử coi. Cũng được. Anh nói đi.
Dạ, vậy thôi để mai em hỏi riêng Ngài
Mai
được không ạ?
hỏi riêng
Tại
hả?
em sợ. Dạ, em cảm ơn ạ. Dạ.
And she's practiced with Mahasi meditation metta sada. So
Yeah.
tomorrow she will share to sada
Okay.
separately.
Okay.
Là phòng xẹp đúng không?
Dạ chị.
Đúng không em, là phòng xẹp
Dạ.
đúng không em?
Dạ đúng rồi, nhưng mà em cũng đang bị về tâm giống như chị Tâm hồi nãy gì đó. Nhưng mà nó theo một kiểu khác, thành ra là em nghĩ là chắc mai em trình với Ngài.
Chị nghĩ là nếu mà em muốn thì em chia sẻ luôn bây giờ cũng vẫn được á, tự vì ngày mai cái lịch Ngài cũng đi á, sáng học Pali xong sau đó là dân trai tăng trưa xong là 1:30 đi để Ngài khám mắt á em. Và về cũng hơi trễ cho nên chị sợ là sẽ khó. Nếu mà em muốn chia sẻ thì em chia sẻ nha. Còn nếu mà em chưa muốn thì ngày mai mình tìm một cái slot thời gian nào đó sau, tùy em nha Thanh ơi.
Dạ em cảm ơn chị ạ. Dạ.
Ok, rồi vậy là mời các bạn ở bên này đi ha.
Today is worse than yesterday because today I'm get a tinamida. Sorry. But time I remember I can back to my breath. But after that I leave it and tinamida again. So it's shaking like that stage.
Yeah.
But I accept and continue. Just accept and Day qua flying.
You can. Yeah. So maybe we begin now. So that is why. So one and the other will not be the same. even the experienced meditator also will not be the same, actually. So because our nature also different. So some are, based on their body strength, body weakness, and also current situation, something like that. So even a single meditator, the same meditator also. So today, maybe Chitta Metta is too much, but tomorrow become active. So in this way also can be based on the, how to say, so based on the season, based on the surrounding area, and also based on the food today we eat, like that. Can be happen many things, can happen many things. So it's okay, no problem. That is why, I repeatedly remind all of you. So whatever happen, it's okay, no problem. It doesn't matter. But the only our responsibility is, to make our mind to know the breath. So wherever we remember, oh, my mind is going, or my mind is with the Tina Metta, or my mind is with the Ujikecha, it's okay, no problem. Just to know the breath, try to know the breath. That is the main part.
Chị Quỳnh Anh nói Julie, cô Ly có câu hỏi, con phụ nói câu đó. He said that she has a question, Mrs. Lee. She has a question like
Trình pháp là chị Liên hành thiền như thế nào trước xong là đặt câu hỏi để chị viết qua quá trình là chị Liên.
Em xin kết
Chia sẻ hơn 20 phút á, chị thấy như thế nào trước đó rồi sao đó chị hỏi sao?
mới vừa rồi á.
Mới vừa rồi.
Dạ. Chị nói tiếng Việt chứ chị không có diễn tả. Dạ. Bà Sayadaw là cũng cái 20 phút trước á, thì con ngồi con tập trung được nhiều, con cảm nhận được hơi thở vô hơi thở ra, có nghĩa là giống như là kiểu như mình hơi thở dài hơi thở ngắn, nhưng mà con không có nắm được cái hơi thở, có nghĩa là con cứ không, do là mình buông thả lỏng toàn thân cho nên là mình vẫn cảm nhận được hơi thở, mà cái tâm phóng á, thì cái 20 phút vừa rồi cái tâm nó không có phóng nhiều, cho nên là con cảm nhận nó rất là rõ ràng, cái hơi thở mình vô ra giống như là toàn thân hơi thở chứ, giống như kiểu như mà mình cảm nhận được hết cái hơi thở ra hơi thở vô, nhưng mà không cái nắm bắt là ở một cái vị trí nào hết. Thì cái đó là 20 phút đầu. Nhưng mà con có một cái câu hỏi là tại vì hàng ngày con ngồi thiền hai lần trước khi trước khi ngủ, hoặc là buổi trưa hoặc là buổi sáng, thì hai thời. Nhưng mà buổi tối nào mà con không ngồi thiền là con không có ngủ được, phải ngày dậy ngồi thiền xong muốn ngủ, là cái thứ nhất. Cái thứ hai nữa là có những lúc mặc dù ở trong máy lạnh nhưng mà con vẫn nóng, vẫn nóng. Rồi cái thứ ba nữa là có những lúc mà cái trạng thái này thì nó nhiều hơn, mặc dù mình không có nắm bắt được hơi thở, nhưng mà mình cái cảm giác mà bị ti hỉ á, hải tiều hỉ á, thì nó vẫn cứ sinh khởi lên hoài, mà con vẫn còn ở cái chỗ đó hoài, có nghĩa là khi mà mình xả thiền rồi nó vẫn còn, thì con lâu nay con vẫn chưa có trả lời cho cái đó nó được, mình thắc mắc mà nó vẫn chưa được thỏa đáng. Nhưng mà mặc dù mình không bắt được cái hơi thở rõ ràng, nhưng mà cái trạng thái bị ti mình khi mình ngồi một chập là cái bồng bềnh đó, cái đó là do mình thiền hay là do cái đầu của mình nó có vấn đề gì nó bồng bềnh? Yeah.
Bồng bềnh là cảm thấy hoang dĩ
không, nó kiểu nó giống như mình đang ngồi ở trên cái mình đang trên biển á, mình đang trên biển,
cảm thấy giống như mình đang ở trên biển,
tức
là
là
nó có giống như là nó đang có những cái
bồng bềnh
đúng không? Chị mình đang lướt trên những cái con sóng đó, kiểu là
cái đó thì chị nó rất là nhiều, nhưng mà ý là từ bữa giờ là nó chỉ ở cái mức độ đó thôi, chứ nó không nó không có tiến lên được.
Okay, so she explained that within these 20 minutes, she can focus on breath, like she can feel the the in and out breath easily, also the long and short breath. And because this time she can relax her whole body, so she can follow the breath, can feel the whole breath like sabak kind of like that, without grasping any point of that breath. And so that is for this 20 minutes. It's just finished. And for the other times, so for daily, she usually sit meditation for 2 times a day, twice a day. Yes. However, she must meditate before sleep, before bedtime. Without sitting meditation, she cannot fall asleep. So she need that time before sleep. So there are 3 questions here. Even the first one is, even when she sitting meditation in the air-conditioned room, but her body still feel hot, still like sweating. Go. Yeah, even sweating in the air-conditioned room. And the second one is, even when she cannot clear about the breath, however, her BD, her rapture is very strong and easily arise. When she start to sit and BD arise easily, like immediately. And it is a lot BD, this rapture is very strong, even when she finished her meditation session, like that. And her BD is like bobbing and drifting like waves, like water, like that. The surface of water bobbing like that. And so far she still cannot find the accurate answer, which makes her feel like understand about this problem. So she doesn't understand that if this BD is a problem, or her mind has some problem that caused this BD to arise very strongly, and like most of her sitting time like this. So
Yeah. So actually, so we can have, according to the Abhidhamma also, even what, not only when the meditating, even when offer something to our devoted, maybe Sayadaw or the other people, something like that. Even at the time also, such a feeling can have. So now we are meditating. So at that moment, based on the, our thought, or maybe our mind rising at that moment, surely at that moment, kusala jita arising, actually. So, but at that time, for some meditator, so just focusing on the meditation object, like a breath. So that is good of it, he doesn't analyze. So just focus on. So at that time, just so calmly, maybe in Abhidhamma, we can see the ubeka, just knowing the object, good of it, not analyze. So, but for some meditator, so even though, we meditate the same object, that breath, so at that moment, or before, such a feeling I don't have now, so my mind become stable. So think maybe because of that, so such a BD arising. And also arising of BD also based on the nature of the, our birth. Some are, how to say, Somanasa Sandi, some are Ubeka Sandi. So Ubeka, so that's the one whose Sandi is Ubeka, so a little bit difficult to arise BD. But the one who is Somanasa, so heavy person. So that's such a, some BD can arise long, so stronger than the other. So because of that. Now, so meditating, the mind also honestly becomes stable, becomes composed. As a result of that, also such a feeling can happen. So that is not problem actually. But the only one the meditator should focus is at that moment, maybe some meditator follow that PT. Oh, I feel it's good like that. So at that time, maybe we slightly, far away from the main object. And then sometimes today, so I feel like this, or very good PT I have, but tomorrow, so I want such a feeling like that. So that one also a kind of disturbance. So that is why, while meditating, while sitting for such a breathing meditation, so feeling is good or bad, it doesn't matter. As long as we know, or the mind knows the breath, so the way is right. Our practice is still right. Good or bad, it doesn't matter for the right hand way or wrong way. The right way or the wrong way, it doesn't matter. So that is why, the meditator should keep this, guidance. As long as the mind is knowing the breath, so it is right. Okay.
Người nói là khi mà dựa trên Abhidhamma á, thì là kể cả khi mà chúng ta đảnh lễ các vị Sayadaw hoặc là gì đó thì chúng ta cũng rất là dễ khởi sinh lên cái cảm giác như vậy, tức là cảm giác hỷ lạc đó. Nên là ở đây khi mà chúng ta hành thiền thì vào cái lúc mà tâm trí mình đang ở trong thiền, ở trong cái việc thực hành thiền đó, nên có thể là tâm của mình lúc đó đã khởi sinh lên những cái tâm thiện. Thì khi những tâm thiện này khởi sinh, nó sẽ mang cái cảm giác là PT, nó sẽ có PT trong đó. Có một vài thiền sinh, đối với một vài thiền sinh đó, thì là nếu mà họ chỉ tập trung trên cái đề mục và không có phân tích là nó tốt hay là không tốt, thì lúc đó cái tâm nó rất là bình thản, rất là bình lặng, thì lúc đó cái upekha, cái tâm xả, nó sẽ giúp cho mình biết rõ được cái đối tượng. Nhưng mà đối với một vài thiền sinh thì họ cũng là hành thiền trên một cái đề mục y như vậy, nhưng mà họ sẽ thấy là cái cảm giác này trước đây tôi chưa từng có, nhưng mà bây giờ khi mà tâm nó trở nên tĩnh lặng hơn, nó vững vàng hơn, thì khi đó cái PT nó sinh khởi. Thì hơn nữa đó là cái đặc tính tự nhiên của tâm của người đó có thể là nó cũng có PT sẵn. Chẳng hạn như người đó tái sinh với lại tâm thọ hỷ, có tâm Patisandhi là tâm thọ hỷ, thì cái người này khi mà họ hành thiền là hỷ nó cũng sẽ khởi sinh mạnh hơn so với những người khác. Thì khác với là những người mà tâm tái sinh thọ xả thì hỷ nó sẽ khởi sinh khó hơn, và nó có khởi sinh thì sẽ yếu hơn. Thì cái trường hợp nó cũng có thể là như vậy. Thì ngài nói là cái hỷ này nó khởi sinh nhiều khi là do sau khi mà mình hành thiền mình có cái hỷ này rồi, nên là lần sau khi mà mình hành thiền mình cũng cái hỷ này nó khởi sinh, cái cảm giác dễ chịu này nó khởi sinh lên trở lại. Thì ngài nói là cái này nó không phải là cái vấn đề gì. Tuy nhiên nó không phải vấn đề, tuy nhiên nếu mà mình chạy theo cái hỷ đó thì nó mới là vấn đề. Nên là lúc mà mình chạy theo cái hỷ đó thì tâm trí của mình nó sẽ xa rời, nó sẽ bị lệch đi khỏi cái đề mục chính của mình. Chẳng hạn như là hôm nay mình thấy cái tâm mình nó rất là hỷ, nên là ngày mai mình muốn quay trở lại cái hỷ đó, muốn cái hỷ đó nó quay trở lại với mình, thì nó sẽ trở thành cái trở ngại cho việc hành thiền của mình. Thì ngài nói là cái cảm thọ dễ chịu hay là khó chịu thì nó không có phải là cái chuyện chính, mà cái vấn đề là tâm mình nó phải biết rõ được cái hơi thở, thì khi đó mình sẽ biết là mình đang thực hành, mình đang đi trên con đường đúng. Thì cái chính ở đây là mình phải hướng dẫn cho tâm của mình, miễn là tâm của mình biết rõ được cái hơi thở, thì khi đó là mình đang thực hành nó đúng. I also have with problems, so
chị còn phải cái gì nữa không ạ? Chị đỏ mấy cái ý đó mà chị ngày giải thích chị có xung quanh chị chưa rõ không thì chị hỏi thêm nha.
Cô còn nói cái vụ nóng.
Còn vụ nóng
Said one more problem is that when she's sitting in the cool air room, but her body still feel hot. So
That is okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, hot or cool, or maybe in this time hot, maybe sometimes cool or sometimes, but don't focus on it. Just for the breath.
Thì nói là nó không sao, có thể lúc nóng lúc lạnh, nhưng mà cái chính là mình chỉ tập trung hơi thở.
So it's not likely to this possibility.
When I practice meditation within these 20 minutes, my mind is usually intentionally control the spinal column to fix the posture to be straight upward. Of course, not only in this 20 minutes, but before I also face the same obstacles like this when I try to meditate, and then my mind usually willing to fix the posture to be straight because my spinal column is not very straight, like it's usually bent down like this, so it's trying to straight up. And when I recognize that, I try to stop and back to focus on the breath area again, and it keeps switching between two objects like the spinal column, trying to fix the backward, forward, and left and right side in some spot of the skeleton that I feel stuck. So if there is a will in my mind to release that stuck in the skeleton system, so it's like stuck here, and I want to release that like that. So when it nearly reaches to the end of the meditation session, it becomes better, like I can release and relax enough to calm the mind. But I find it quite confused to get the area, the area in this area, because I usually like my mind was blurred at the beginning because I'm not sure where to put the mind as the area to the air breathing in and breathing out like that, because I often took one touching point of the breath, like inside the nose. I usually took that spot to put my mind there to focus, to see the breathing in and breathing out like that. So now you said that I need to focus to put the mind to hold, like to put the mind in this area, and I don't know where like that. So I'm quite confused.
So actually, that is at the very beginning. So I told you. So we are practicing not only our mind, but also our body. Yeah. Even though in the text, so Ujjayi and Vanidaya, the body should be straight up. But so we have different structure of our body. So somebody can straight up long time. Somebody not automatically bending. For me also. So at the very beginning, then bend, he also bent actually. But maybe later, so you can find your way. Oh, in this posture is good for me to sit for a long time. In this way, so you can find yourself. Okay, yeah, that is one thing. And then, so yeah, so I don't say the other tip of nostril or tip of the upper lips. So some meditator busy with such a chosen place. That is maybe for me in this area is okay. For the other in this area, for in the whole area is okay.
Yeah.
So no problem. Now you know your mind, knowing your breath. That is fine. That is fine. Later, so maybe at the time, amazingly, oh, my mind is knowing the breath. Maybe at the time, maybe. So we feel that, oh, my mind is here, no. Maybe my ear is breathing in and out of this, something like that. But not all the body, not all parts of sound. Or my head is breathing in and out of something in this later. So that means our body is not so stable yet. Change later. So body also composed, physically composed, mentally also composed. So at the time in this. So that is why don't be busy with finding the area. Maybe so in this time, maybe you may find, oh, my breath is here. Maybe later here. Oh, change. At the time, maybe, oh, yesterday, I meditate on this area is more okay. Now I'm trying to find something. In this really busy. That is like, maybe anyway. So the only one we need to keep in our mind is, knowing the
But before I use very familiar to the touching point in the nostril.
Yeah, touching point also okay. But at the time, so one point we need to take. the intention point. So sometimes the meditator, instead of the breath, only in this area you notice.
Yes.
So at that time, change not on the breath, but only in this area. And that time, so that that skin becomes harder and harder, bigger and bigger, something like that. What happens? So in this area also okay. Sometimes that breath is in out, touching this area, touch or not is okay. But so the one we need to notice is only to focus on the just breath, not this area.
Yes.
Điều cái gì đó rồi. Điều đó như vậy đó.
Đến gì? Ngày hôm nay em biết về cái lý thuyết của cái việc rằng là cái ý niệm mình là trong không nói trước rồi đã nói tiếng Anh nó nhắn hiệu.
Thì chị nói với thầy không? Chị nói với thầy á, sao thì mọi người听được.
Nhìn lên. Today I practice and I think it's difficult than the yesterday. Yeah, because I know the objects in from look at from inside and out. So I in my mind I think it's the three objects. This is what is me for on and one for in and one for object the out. So trees. And when I know my mind is out and I look back my rest and the entity is out said to me that just think about it because it's rust. It's very rust. So think no time to get back. So and no back to me. So and in my mind the objective two said to me that breath needs more oxygen. Needs more. So I need to take because I think I black up the oxygen and I take more and I think this is my mind is how to say disease. So, and yeah and after that and I relax and it's out go out. My mind is go out. Yeah and back. So sometimes I think the objective two and three argument together, and I see the objective one. I said no argue back to me please. So it's 20 minutes. It's the fighting. Yeah. Is it difficult than the yesterday?
Yeah. So when we experience in this way, so at the time, firstly, just try to relax ourselves. So even though the mind is going outside, so I know my mind is going. Don't possibly to come back. Oh, my mind is going outside. So first step, knowing the mind is going out also, that is starting development of concentration. Okay, because of that concentration, we know our mind is going up, going out. Okay, after that, my mind is going. The mind is going up, and then at the time we feel relaxed. All at the time, okay. So now I need to know in this area. I need to keep in this area. Yes. Even though go again, okay, no problem. But now go. After that, become relaxed. So if we try to force to come back, it is a fighting.
Yes.
Yeah. At the time also, maybe the strongest mind, our mind is all the time, not only in this life, many previous life going up. And that is why, so we cannot fight with our mind. So they're trying to relax. Okay. So, and keep in this system. Later will be. Yes.
Thank you. Sadhu.
Nhưng mà là
Trường thì chị không. Đúng rồi, con có Trường với chị thôi.
This is about the I need more time to stable my mind to know the breath, but maybe 15 minutes I can know the breath, but breath is more smoothie as smooth, but it's need more time more than yesterday. So when I sitting here and I realize what is this, so I think I'm not release my mind to not enough. So I put in here and the breath, so I catch the breath very fast. So it's not ready. It's not enough. My mind is not smooth enough. It's not
To know the breath.
yeah. So it's not already not enough good to uh to know the breath. So I think I need need release more time like that. Or maybe I can because today maybe I have some akusala mind. So I need maybe I need metta or uh use some method is like uh Buddha sati maybe 3 minutes 1 to 3 minutes after I practice Pranayama. I think that so more stable, more samanasasa, more chitta, kusala chitta, so more feel more ready chitta, so I can practice Anapana. Yes.
Not because of akusala data.
It's
because we are, ready, we are preparing for, meditation practice. At the time also kusala data already arising in us. So, but the point we need to notice ourselves is, so body and mind cannot be separated. So maybe according to the Abhidhamma, even though just Jeta Rupa, Jeta produce mind. But practically, Jeta produce matter. But practically, matter also produces Jeta. Like the so Udu Bhojanambi, Ubanisa Bajina, Sinasanambi, Ubanisa Bajina Bajio, like that. Ubokolobi, Ubanisa Bajina Bajio. So that is why, even though, we are preparing for meditation practice, so before practicing, so movement of our body also should be stable. So for example, in the meditation center, meditation retreat, so for example, now almost 7. So around the 7 is the right time to start meditate. Maybe because of my activity, or maybe such as using toilet or drinking water or taking shower, so I feel a little bit late. So that I'm hurried to go that way. So at that moment, my body, especially my heart, is work a lot. Heart beating is quick. Because of that activeness, bodily activeness, mind also shaky. Cannot be controlled. Mind is moving, cannot be controlled. So at that time, we feel that need to take more time to be concentrated. So that is why, even though I am late, walking slowly to the meditation center. Should not be hurried.
Yeah. Late is late anyway.
Yeah, even though, we go quickly, even though right time, we are in the meditation hall to meditate, that our body is not ready yet to meditate.
Yeah.
As a result of that, maybe 1 hour, the entire 1 hour also, we cannot be concentrated.
Yeah, got it.
So such a one also, yeah, a bit important. That is why, you know, every day I say, the body also need to be practiced, mind also need to be practiced, right, in this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So because, you know, before the, you know, we start meditation, so you or I also going here and there quickly, moving here and there like such a movement. So that is also physically shaking, physically movement. Because as a result of that, our mind also not easy to be stable, not easy to be concentrated.
Body
Tức là
not
nếu như mà,
stable.
tức là ý ví dụ như là trước khi mà hành thiền á, mà nếu như mà cái thân của mình phải vận động nhiều bằng cách ví dụ như mình đi lại nhanh, hoặc là ví dụ như ngày nay ví dụ như là ở trong cái trường thiền là gần tới cái giờ để hành thiền rồi là mình lật đật mình lo mình đi cho nó lẹ để kịp cái giờ mình đến đó. Nhưng mà cái lúc mà cái body của mình mà khi mà cái cơ thể của mình cần phải làm những cái hành động mà nó phải nhanh á, nó vội á, thì cái tâm của mình lúc đó nó cũng sẽ bị shaking, có nghĩa là bị chao đảo, bị lung lay, nó nhiều hơn. Cho nên rằng là khi mình ngồi thiền á, mặc dù có thể là mình đến cái giờ đó để hành thiền, mình đến được cái chỗ hành thiền đó kịp giờ, nhưng mà nhiều khi mình ngồi cả 1 tiếng đồng hồ thì cái tâm của mình nó vẫn không thể lắng dịu được. Cho nên trước đó là mình sẽ phải để cho cái cơ thể của mình là nó nhẹ nhàng thôi. Ví dụ như là đi mặc dù trễ rồi đó, nhưng mình vẫn cứ từ tốn thôi, để cái tâm của mình nó không có cái vội vàng đó, đúng là đục đỉnh giống em là được. Là lúc đó là cái tâm của mình nó sẽ có cái sự nhẹ nhàng, thì cả thân cả tâm nó đều có một cái sự chuẩn bị trước, tức là nó tất cả mọi cái nó đều nhẹ nhàng và dễ lắng dịu. Thì khi mình ngồi thiền á, mình mới thấy cái tâm của mình nó lắng dịu được.
Tâm lắng dịu này.
So
mà đi
mostly in Myanmar, in the Palm meditation centers, all of the meditation are on the top of mount.
Oh.
Yeah.
To make a distance.
Yeah, so we need to go, you know, in time to the meditation hall. So maybe it is good for early morning or so in the afternoon, because in the afternoon after breakfast, we take rest for maybe 1 hour or half an hour. So we are too much sleepy. So many Tinamita we have. So that by step on that on the top of mount. So Tinamita gone away. And then without entering, before entering the meditation hall, we need to take rest outside with 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Relax ourselves, body will relax. After that, go in the slow meditation. In this way. Even though you know such a piece of cake, why not also important, especially for the Samatha meditation practice, to be concentrated on.
Yeah. Yes, sadhu. Yeah. For us, that for today, we saw that we have more times, maybe 4 or 5 times, that the mind is already think another things. Yeah, it's get out of the breath. And when it's get out of the breath like that, that we also remind it, because that we know that we are out of the object already, of the Anapana object already. So we take it back. And during that time, we also have a little bit painful Vedana is arising as well, and we acknowledge that painful of the Vedana. And in order to do that, that we also acknowledge this have a pain in this area, that we acknowledge this one. But however, that we at that time we see that we are doing meditations on Anapana. It's not on Vedana. That's why we ignore this one and we come back to the breath. And later on, when we come back to the breath, in fact, it still have that Vedana. A little bit pain is also appear, because that even we come back, but we know that we already going out to the Vedana as well. Even that we make decisions that is a wrong Aramana, we have to go back. But later, after that, after maybe that for some moments, so that we also ignore it, and later on we don't have any feeling. Whether it still have the feeling, but because we ignore, so we didn't feel it. But that is for the situations that we did that one. And after that, for a certain period of times later on, when we check again for the Vedana, we didn't feel the pain, it still be there, even that we still keep the same posture. And for the period of nearly for the rest of the time, we don't know how many minutes, but it's also have the calmness, more calm than with the previous. Maybe the previous it will be 50 minutes, things like that. For the rest 5 minutes, it's already been more stable on the breath. But it's just a less hours for less period only, for observe for that part. But for the previous one, it's also have more going out. So we count it's about 5 times, including the Vedana is 1 time, including in that. Yeah. So just that's only Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe luckily we can find such a calmness at the end.
Yes.
But sometimes maybe even though we give for 1 hour also, we could not find.
Yeah.
But maybe sometimes so during short time also we can find in this.
Yeah.
So changing all the time.
Mm.
But don't follow such a change. Oh, today is good, tomorrow is not good. So it would be better good as a tomorrow or good as a yesterday, like that. So such a feeling is a kind of the ambition, as we said, lower.
Oh.
So sometimes, we feel good. Oh, one practice or such a feeling, or good feeling or calmness we have. But tomorrow we don't have. Next time we don't have better time. Oh, so previous feeling come again, it will be good.
Attachment there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is a kind of the damage and only one and that.
Yeah.
Hindrance.
Yeah.
And also at that time, maybe even though our mind is knowing the object, knowing the breath, at that time, so we are expecting for previous good experience. So at that time, we deny, even though the mind is knowing the breath, but expecting for previous experience. So we try to just find current situation. Maybe some meditator, even though they can try to be concentrated in that area, they don't know all expecting or denying. So if we are not satisfied with the current situation, we cannot be upgrade. We cannot progress.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is like whatever happened to us, it doesn't matter. All the time, or as long as our mind knows the breath, it is right. So good or bad, feeling good or bad, we are not focusing on the feeling. Just focusing on the breath. So that is fine. Knowing the breath is our responsibility to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't expect anything else. Yes. Đừng có mong muốn một cái gì khác.
Wanting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm in the past.
I don't
Understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now,
Dạ. Dạ. Chị nói đi ạ, chị không?
Em là tại vì chị cũng nghe có vị nói là kiểu như hàng cư sĩ tại gia giống như mình
Dạ.
thì để mà chứng thiền nó rất là khó, nó rất là hiếm hoi.
Có phải như vậy không, đúng không? Yeah. She also would like to know that if the late person like us, it's also very difficult in order to attain the jhana. Is that right, Sana?
No. Maybe if lay person is more, how to say, available to attain the jhana actually. Because for the lay person, only 5 precepts is okay or 8 precepts is okay to observe. For monks, 227. So some minor, even though I committed. So at the time, I could not cure such a one. So why meditation appear in our mind? Because of such a cocoa jab.
Yeah.
So we could not. But for layman, it's okay.
Just ignore.
Of
And then
course,
it will not impact.
easy to ignore.
Easy to ignore, and it will not impact on the
Of
mind.
course.
That's
is
why
why,
it's not the hindrance.
in Myanmar, all the such a part meditation center, so they prepare for months to refine their offenses easily. But it's simply not so easy to refine to cure our offense.
Oh yes, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's first time we know about that.
it's
Yes.
it's more information. It's clarity.
Ngài nói là đối với người tại gia của mình á, đúng ra là sẽ dễ chứng đắc thiền hơn là những bậc xuất gia, bởi vì là người tại gia của mình thì mình chỉ cần có giữ là 5 giới hoặc 8 giới thôi, nhưng mà một cái bậc xuất gia, ví dụ như một vị tỳ khưu thì phải giữ 227 giới. Cho nên nếu như chỉ cần có phạm một cái giới, cho dù giới đó rất là nhỏ, thì đến khi ngồi hành thiền á, là cái việc mà mình đã có cái sự sai phạm dù nhỏ nhất đó, nó cũng sẽ làm cái tâm của mình nó không có ổn định. Cho nên cái việc để mà mình hành thiền mà nó tốt đẹp á, là nó sẽ khó hơn rất là nhiều. Còn vì người tại gia của mình là cái số lượng giới mình giữ chỉ có 5 hoặc 8 giới, cho nên là khi mà mình giữ những cái giới đó nó tốt đẹp á, thì cái tâm của mình nó luôn luôn nó có cái sự gọi là yên lặng, giống như là mình sẽ không có cảm thấy là mình bị sai một cái gì, hoặc mình có cái lỗi gì, thì cái tâm của mình nó sẽ rất là dễ để mà định tĩnh hơn. Cho nên là thật ra là theo ngài thì người tại gia của mình là dễ chứng đắc thiền hơn.
That's why the reason why it's not so much lay person. Yeah.
Oh.
No, I think yes, because
us.
because in the city it's when lots of Kamachanda.
If we say like that, number of lay person and number of men who are money more. Based on that also. So one of my friend, now he became a monk. He set his life. So he is already 60 years old. 60 years old.
60 tuổi.
Just a layman. And so a poor one, not a rich. But so he meditate. So he plows every day. Maybe in the morning, plows every day. And maybe luckily one meditation teacher get in his village. At the time he listened. So but he doesn't have time to meditate. So that is why, go to the field to plow. After plowing, so for 10 minutes or for half an hour, taking a meditate. So at the time, sometimes, he forgot to continue plowing. He can meditate for a long time. So at the time, one day, so one of his former friend became a monk, practicing in the Power Meditation Center. So I thought, so Bandy, you come here. So I want to discover you about Dhamma. Okay. So I practice in this. So he attained the Nimitta. So you have the good way. So you practice the right way. Okay, follow me. My teacher also very good to guide you. So at that he follow him and ordain in that meditation center. Now maybe he get the 7 wasa or maybe 10 wasa. So when I met him, only 5 wasa, but he already finished all of that meditation practice. So maybe he is the same age as my grandfather, but he treat me as his friend. Because I'm educated, he is not educated. So I can teach him maybe such a Pali. He know me as a university teacher. So that he sort of respect me a lot. Because at that also I'm only 20 wasa. He's just 5 wasa. But so he can guide me for meditation practice. Don't do like that. Don't do like that. He ordered that. Because of his guidance also somehow I understand. I can guide you now.
Yeah.
It's very simple. He understands.
Yeah. Is it because of some of the parami that he
Maybe,
already
maybe.
developed for the previous
Yeah,
lives?
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe some, even some meditator,
Hiểu phận mình rồi đó.
if they don't practice,
how
they don't know.
No, no. Yeah.
But so they have the right guide. At that time, just looking at the wall with open eye, he can practice nimitta. Very strong parami. Maybe in the past life, maybe the whole life he practiced. Or maybe in the past life, he has such an experience attaining the maybe nimitta.
Quỳnh Anh dịch cái khúc đó đi Quỳnh Anh, chỗ đó chị chưa hiểu.
So that is, attaining the jhana is not for not for mass, not for no right.
Bức tường. Sada, what does it mean by he can attend the nimitta sada? What does it mean by that?
That means, so how to say, for example, so especially kasina. So kasina, for example, aloka kasina light. So maybe in the morning, so sunlight enter the room.
Yeah.
So through the window, maybe so shape of that light is like this.
Yeah.
Just looking at. So for maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah.
After that, so close his eye. That sign is appear inside.
Yeah.
So like a real
Yes.
such a shape of the radiant.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe that one is nimitta we can call.
Yeah.
But maybe based on the level of that lightness or strong lightness. So which level we can see.
Yeah. So when he meditates Sada, he attend the jhana with the nimitta. What does it mean by that, Sada?
So at the time, for the one who meditate, especially samatha, at the time, so he can later, as a result of the concentration, so he finds such a light. So that light simply we can say the nimitta. But so brightness or whiteness or something like that based on that level. And then that light is too strong enough to see our body, the whole body, even in your stomach, or even in your heart also. Partially, not the whole. Partially we can see. According to the test, I don't have such experience.
Yeah. But it also can see the rupa in the body. Yeah.
And that guys can see clearly.
Maybe that they don't say anything.
Yeah.
So such an experience they don't share. Yeah. Because for months it's quite dangerous.
That's a
Dangerous to share, Sada.
Not allowed to share.
not allowed.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. That one is about the knowledge, wisdom.
Panya.
But that is light. Yeah. Nimitta. That one also refers to the, if you something, clearly. So that how clear it is. It look like something you see with your eye directly. That is aloka udapati.
Lại điểm đó làm sao không? Quỳnh Anh, lúc đó chưa nghe kỹ.
Mà ngày nói là cái này không phải là trải nghiệm của ngày mà là nó trong
kinh.
Mình hỏi là có phải giống cái đoạn đó không? Thì cái đoạn đó ở trong kinh chuyển pháp luân. Thì khi mà những cái khóa thiền đó thì các vị thiền sư hay giải thích là cái ánh sáng sinh lên để mình quán được danh pháp sắc pháp đó. Thì là cái ánh sáng như vậy em có phải là phải cái ánh sáng mà như này mô tả thì này nói không, cái đoạn nói về trí tuệ. Đúng rồi. Trí tuệ này thấy bằng con mắt thịt mình thấy rõ cái ánh sáng bằng con mắt thịt của mình. Nghĩa là nó không có liên quan tới ví dụ như cái tạo thiền.
Cái đó hình như là cái đó là nó là con mắt trí tuệ chứ nhỉ? Con mắt trí tuệ chứ không phải là con mắt thịt. Tức là nó thấy rõ giống y như là con mắt thịt thấy. Ý em nói.
Cái chỗ mà Aulokavadi là quay ánh sáng.
Yeah. Hiểu không?
Okay, so we.
Cho hiểu được.
Yes.
Không có quan tâm gì đến thầy.
if my body has some gas inside, I feel very difficult to breathe normally. So what should I do? I mean, some gas it stop. They will get
Em sẽ
breath.
ăn
Heo,
ít
heo.
ngọt trở lại và em phải ăn đồ ăn
So
có
I
tinh
that
Ông chỉ nói thiệt là
So not only such a problem, but also some feeling we have strongly, actually playful feeling. So at that moment, stop for a while for meditating, try to release such a feeling. So after that, now I feel better, I feel comfortable, better. So try to meditate again. So that way is better. Because at that time we try to focus on the that meditation object breath. So as she said, like fighting. Yeah, because the feeling is too strong. Yeah. That's such a one.
so just release this game.
Even so like as you said, Tina made that. Sometimes Tina made that become too strong. We could not control, the body also bending down at that time. So we need to open our eye, and then see the light for maybe in this area, in that area, like that. So after that, so we feel, Tina made that become released or reduced, or at the time. Maybe at the time, one, so try to meditate, close our eye. So Tina made that enter again. So at the time, just walking. So on that walking also, without thinking any other, maybe counting, steps, something. That one also, how to say, controlling our concentration, not to scatter. Yeah. So for us, so actually in meditation center, maybe in some state, not all the time, concentration start become stronger and stronger. So at that moment, maybe in the morning, very good to meditate, very comfortable to meditate. But so mostly in meditation center, so 9:30 stop, and then preparing for taking bath, and then so washing robe and so on, and the making readiness for the going around for arms. So in this way, we spend so 9:30 to the 10:30. So 10:30 we go for arms round, and then maybe around 11 we have a lunch. So and then 11:30 we finish and go bed, or so washing our bowl or make our bowl or something like that, and then taking rest for half an hour, and then 12:30 go back to the meditation center. You see, 9:30 to 10:30 1 hour. So 10:30 to 11:30 1 hour. 11:30 to 12:30 3 hours continuously. We make our concentration free. So 1 p.m. we start to meditate again. We could not recall our meditation level. At the time, so too worry for us. Because of that worry also could not be concentrated again. So that is why during that time, at that stage, so we need to maintain our concentration. So going back from meditation center to our good deed at the time, so just so focus on our breath, or just only the way we watch, not that side, not that side. No, maybe sometimes in front of me, who is he? We don't know. Look again. In this anyway. So for walking meditation or for something, so just to focus on them. So just maybe sometimes just focus on them. In this way, we need to maintain. And later, if we can maintain our concentration at the time, so 1 p.m. is okay. So we can continue. And this become develop again.
Yes, we have one question that just pop up in mind. That is, if we do the Anapana meditations in the lying down posture, Sarah.
Of course, can.
So, for example, that before we go to sleep, But if we lie down, just relax and then observe the breath.
Mhm.
So later on, Sada, we will awaking and cannot sleep as well.
That is based on your the concentration level. So for the beginner actually, so before sleeping, lie down in the bed and then focus on the breath. So at that time, maybe not more than 10 minutes or half an hour, fall asleep deeply.
So it means that we didn't practice anapana meditation, Sada. Just that.
Yeah, at the time also, for the beginner, it's okay.
We means that should we do that, Sada?
Of course, you should do.
So that we practice meditation, anapana meditation first, and then because we would like to know that if we practice anapana meditations, we have concentration on the breath, and it will make us to be alert, so we cannot sleep later.
No, not that way.
Not that way. So we also alert, but we also can sleep well.
Yeah. So only when your concentration is too strong enough to produce such a nimitta.
So cannot sleep.
Cannot sleep.
Yeah.
But in other position, even though your concentration is too strong, so yeah, just happen to fall asleep.
Yeah. So it means that after doing anapana meditations and then we relax again, we also can.
But amazingly, so later you are practicing the anapana meditation, maybe daily or for 1 month or for 2 months. So maybe 10 minutes a day or half an hour a day like that. So before sleeping, you practice that in that breath meditation, anapana, while lying down, so you fall asleep. So, but after that, maybe 1 month later or maybe some other time, you find yourself when you wake up also, you are knowing your breath.
When wake up, no.
Automatically, your mind is knowing the breath.
Before we awake, Sarah, or
so immediately awake, immediately after awake.
Immediately after awake.
Awaken.
We aware of our breath.
Instead of thinking the other, firstly knowing the breath.
Okay. Yeah. We try.
That means so when your mind is accustomed to know the breath.
Yes. Got it, Sarah. Because we talked about that one, because we also think that until the time if we get that, Sarah, normally that the lying postures will be some situations that it's a normal one. It will be with the lying down postures. So if we practice with anapana meditations, so it become the habits. So during that situations, if we gonna to die, so that we also can practice the anapana meditations as well. Acknowledge, aware of the breath, because the breath is the last rupa go out of our body. So if we practice from now as the preparations and make it as with the habit, so during that moment, that time, we also can practice the anapana meditation as well to make our mind to be calm. So that way of thinking is correct or not, Sarah?
Yeah, can. But so that one also based on your experience. Because that anapana is too soft, object is too soft, just air, just wind. That air also not as a normal breath. So because of meditation practice becomes softer and softer, soft and softer and softer. So that is why while lying down in the bed before death. So maybe that feeling,
so
how painful it is, we can imagine. Right?
Yeah.
So that is why to overcome such a strong pain, so our experience also quite needed, based on your experience. Maybe only the one who attained the jhana.
Otherwise, we also have to use with another anapana, not with the breath as the anapana.
Yeah,
So we
that
have
is
to use
maybe
another.
some meditation teacher also recommend that. So for such a deadly painful person, so Uddananupassana is better.
And at that moment, Sarah, for Vedana, that we acknowledge it is a pain, it's arising, but we will think that this pain is not us. It's just the Vedana only. It's not anatta. It's not atta there. So is that the way that we will do, Sarah? For example, Vedana we know is very painful at that moment
Of
already.
course.
We
But
acknowledge
that one also, only when before death. So he practiced that Uddananupassana also impossible. So it need still experience. So because without any experience, so impossible to do that. So that is why. So before any strong painful come to us, so we should have experience any meditation practice, at least.
But as the advice my Sarah said, should be the Vedana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uddananupassana. Yeah. So some meditation teacher guide. So I heard.
Yeah.
So because at that time also, so for the Uddananupassana meditator, so for example, at the very beginning, he or she sit on the floor, at that harness on the back, or maybe on the leg or somewhere. So he or she can find such a feeling or focus on that. But later, so become strong, his concentration level or his experience longer and longer, stronger and stronger. At that time, nothing painful has come. So at that time, so he or she cannot continue meditation practice. So at that time, so that is why, some meditators should have the main object, main kammatthana. For example, one meditator said Mahasi Metta. So Mahasi Metta is focusing on the rising and falling of the stomach.
Yeah.
So firstly, to develop the concentration, focusing on that. So rising and falling of the stomach. After that, so at that time, so if there any pain feeling, so focus on that pain like that. If any they have such a painful feeling, so at that time just focus on the rising and falling movement of the stomach. So in this way, movement is like a wild dhatu. Yeah. And also hardness, softness, or heat or cold or something like that. Yeah.
And this object is also its object is also a strong object. It's not the soft one. So it can be balanced with the Vedana, that the painful feelings is arising at that time.
So that is why, in the Sutta also some monks, they are bitten by the tiger. So at the time before death, he became the arhat because so he already familiar with that Uddananupassana. So at the time that Vedana also the most painful, almost death. Very soon he come dead. So bad before death, so he can overcome that pain by Uddananupassana and attain Magga in this way.
Yes. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, so let's talk about the deep. I'll say it sadhu again.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you so much, Sarah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ayada.
See you tomorrow.
See you.
Yeah.